everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. This is the place where women who are aging beautifully come to be inspired. Now, there's a myth that women over 60 don't like makeup or don't like to put on makeup, but my guest today, Ariane Poole, is here to dispel that myth. Ariane is a professional makeup artist. She has been on 60 and Me now for almost 5 years, but she has her products on Evine in the United States now. She's also on QVC UK, and of course, she has all of her products on her fabulous website, which is arianepoole.com. So, Ariane, welcome to the show today.
Thank you so much. And thank you for your community for welcoming me so much. I love it. Thank you.
They love you, really, because you're so straightforward and down to earth. I think that's why they appreciate your suggestions and your help.
Well, you know what? I really want to make makeup. If you're someone that wants to wear makeup and have been frustrated, I want it to be accessible. I want it to be doable. I don't want you to think, you know what, there's just no hope, or I'm going to have to just settle for second best. I want you to feel really great about yourself. And that's what the whole thing is about for me.
Well, and the thing that's really great too for everyone is that, Ariane has a really fabulous line of product, but we always, when we get into a conversation, talk about other alternatives, my favorites, her favorites. And it's just kind of, we're here for you. So if you've got any questions. Now, one of the things we do every time I know I'm speaking to Ariane is ask people if they have questions. And we got some really good ones this time, including this one, which I really had never received before. And Ariane says, it's such a great question, which is, someone wrote in and said, I have facial hair. It's kind of like a little fuzzy hair on my face. Should I leave it alone? Should I shave it? Should I laser it? What should I do? And so, Ariane, answer that question for us, please.
This is a really common question. I'm surprised that we haven't received this before.
I haven't seen it.
But thank you for the lady who sent that question in. Thank you so much, because I know there are loads of ladies out there thinking or wanting to know that information. Okay, the first thing I can say to you is do not shave. Don't. No matter what, no matter how tempted you are, how frustrated you are, because then you're going to start yourself down this, what we call a rabbit hole here in the UK. You're going to go down this thing that it's hard to come back from. So if you have started shaving it and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I know what you're talking about, I'm getting that stubbly kind of thing, there are ways to remedy that. And we'll get to that first. Not first, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
First of all, she's talking about like downy, fuzzy hair.
Exactly. That was the way she described it. I think she said it was found downy or something like that. So it was fluffy.
And that is, and it does happen to us. It happens, hair on our faces happen because of the hormonal shift that we have, which is just the way it is. Now, obviously if you're on various hormonal replacement, then you may not get it as much, or you might get it just a teeny little bit, or not at all. But for those of us who are not on that, we do get a little bit of that downiness or facial hair. Like I get hairs here. And
I get hairs, but not all over, like she was describing. So
I get them here, I get them here, and I get them here. Those ones, because they're 1, 2, 3, and they come in batches. I pluck them out with my fingers. So that's okay. You can also go for the downy ones. You can go for threading. Now, threading is fabulous for downy hair. Now, especially, I know that I've spoken to my friends in the Asian community here in the UK, and they get a lot of that downiness just along here. And when you put your makeup on, the makeup sits in it. So they have, perfected the art of threading, and threading is available all over the world, and it's a really great way. It gives you a smooth complexion. The hairs grow back in finer and finer and finer each time, sometimes to the point where they stop growing in. The other thing you can use is a little gadget called a no-no, and it's N-O-N-O, and that is like an at-home treatment that you can do to remove the hairs. It's really good. A lot of my friends who have had this use it, and they swear by it. They think it's the best thing ever. You can also get ones that almost like little tweezery things, like little pinchers that will pinch the hair out. Okay, that it feels a little bit uncomfortable. It's like an epi product that will pinch the hairs out. But and I know why you want to do it, because I know for me, when the foundation and the makeup and the blusher sits on that, it makes it look fluffy and sometimes
thick.
it's not great. The other thing you can do is go and have it professionally waxed. So that's another option. So there are so many things that you can do depending on one, your budget, one, your pain threshold. And I'm going to say that because some things are like, ouch, ouch, ouch. And other things you can, depending on your pain threshold, you can, they're not so painful that you're going to run away crying.
Yeah.
The results are all really positive. And then the last thing you can do is, if you want to go for lasering, you can go for lasering. That is a more costly option. But if it's something that is really bothering you and you maybe have tried a couple of the other options and they haven't worked for you as well as you would like. Sometimes we have also unrealistic expectations, but if they haven't worked for you the way you want them to, you can look at the lasering. But I wouldn't go to lasering as a first stop. I would look at the other things. There might be something in there that you can use. Yeah.
Okay. So Ariane, let's take a step back. So first of all, you said no shaving. Secondly, you said, okay, that's the first thing. And then the second thing was the threading. Now, for people that don't know what that is, can you just describe briefly what threading actually is?
Yeah, it's an Indian technique from India, and they hold like a thread, cotton thread in their teeth and in their hands, and they work it really quickly, and it grabs and pulls. It's like tweezering, but it works much quicker than tweezering, and they get bigger groups of hairs out, and it's really good for these kind of soft little downy hairs that you get, and because you get those downy hairs over. And it's a really great way of getting rid of it. It is a little bit ouchy. I'm going to not lie.
It's pulling. Pulling.
So it would be, if you even did that to yours, you could pull out and you can feel it.
Yeah.
It's ouchy. That's all I'm going to say. It's not. It's not like childbirth, and it's not like breaking your leg or breaking your arm or anything like that. I would say ouchy.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So that's threading, and I mean a lot of people are familiar with threading for eyebrows because I think people go to. I mean, even in the shopping malls, I've seen just people have a little stand where they will do threading for your eyebrows, but you might need to make an appointment for them to do your face because it would take longer.
Your upper lip, they can do your whole face. I mean, they really can do the business. They are great for that. I think you get a real soft smoothness for that. Yeah.
Okay, and then you mentioned this machine or something called a no-no. What is that? Is it a roller or?
It's a little gadget that you put across your face, and it's like almost like an at-home laser thing that will get rid of the hairs. And it has been around for a while. You can get it on various websites. I think you can even on various QVCs and things like that. It's a really great product. If you're going to say a QVC or an Evine or somewhere like that sell it, you can give it a try and see how you like it, which is a really good option.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing is, you've got waxing. Waxing has been around again. I would not do the waxing as a do-at-home thing first. I would go to somewhere professionally to do it. If you're going to do the no-no, you can do it at home. The instructions are brilliant. Threading, you go to someone. If you're going to do waxing, unless you have been waxing on your upper lip and everything like that before at home, then I would suggest going to a place that an esthetician or a spa or a salon or somewhere.
Right.
You want to do you want them to show you how to do it right the first time. Then you can go into your drugstores. Like in America, this is it CVS. Yeah. Big
Walgreens or
whatever. You can go into those big drugstores. They have a whole section, and they do facial hair removal products as well. Another great thing to do. To go in.
Okay.
But get it done professionally first, so you know how it should feel and how it should look on the end result.
Yeah. And also be careful, I guess, of any skin reaction that you might have because, you don't, I mean, even with a hair color product, it's better to do a little skin test first. But I guess what the answer to this person's question is really you've got a lot of choices, but the one thing not to do is to shave, which is one of the options she had, but to go professionally and have the threading done or have something that a waxing or a service that is you can be in a predictable environment and not to do it just at home by yourself to start with.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it at home to start with, only because, like you just said, you don't know how your skin sensitivity is. You don't know what kind of reaction.
Right.
If you go to a professional, they can assess that for you, and they can guide you in the right direction. And that is really important because you don't want to go in and buy something off the supermarket or the drugstore shelf and find out that it's giving you a rash on your face. That would be a real disaster. So I would say always see a professional first and then make your decision on how to go forward from there.
Cool. Okay, so the person that raised this question, thank you so much. I mean, you're not alone on this. I mean, I'm so happy that Ariane had these solutions for you. And if you have any questions, or any of you have any questions, leave them in the section below, and Ariane or I will try our best to find the answers for you. So thanks, Ariane, as always, for your insights and your wisdom. You're fantastic.
You're very, very welcome.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Our Patreon supporters help us to make a bigger difference in the lives of women over 60 all around the world. They get exclusive videos, live video shows, discounts, and much more. So please look for the link on this page. It is somewhere down here, up there. And join our tribe of women in our 60andMe community who are actually making a big difference in the world, challenging aging stereotypes. So thank you so much for your support.